আজ ঐতিহাসিক ৭ই মাস জাতির জনক বঙ্গবন্ধুর ঐতিহাসিক ভাষণের মধ্য দিয়েই স্বাধীনতার সূচনা হয়েছিল আজকের এই দিন থেকে। এই মাস থেকেই শুরু হয়েছিল যুদ্ধ, আর ৯ মাসের রক্তক্ষয়ী সংঘর্ষের মধ্য দিয়েই বাংলাদেশ অর্জন করেছিল স্বাধীনতা। এই স্বাধীনতার সময়ে যারা প্রাণ দিয়েছেন, শহীদ হয়েছেন, তাদের স্মৃতির প্রতি শ্রদ্ধা জানিয়ে শুরু করছি আজকের এই অনুষ্ঠান দেশ বিদেশে উচ্চশিক্ষা। আজকে আমাদের স্টুডিওতে উপস্থিত হয়েছেন আমেরিকার ট্রয় ইউনিভার্সিটির ক্রিস মিলার, যিনি ইন্টারন্যাশনাল রিলেশন নিয়ে কথা বলছেন। আমরা এই প্রসঙ্গে স্মরণ করতে চাই জর্জ হ্যারিসন, যিনি ৭১ সালে বাংলাদেশ এই গান করে সারা বিশ্বের মানুষকে তাক লাগিয়ে দিয়েছিল, বাংলাদেশ সম্পর্কে জানিয়ে দিয়েছিল। স্বাধীন হওয়ার আগেই এই দেশকে সারা বিশ্বের কাছে পরিচিত করে দিয়েছিল। আর সেই জর্জ হ্যারিসনকে আমাদের দেশের মাননীয় প্রধানমন্ত্রী স্বাধীনতা পুরস্কার দিয়ে ভূষিত করেছিল। সেটি আমাদের জন্য এবং ইউএসের জন্য একটি সম্মানজনক অধ্যায় ছিল। মিস্টার ক্রিস মিলার, 1997 when Bangladesh fight with the Pakistan for the independence in our country, that time George Harrison, singer, popular US singer, he just sing a song, Bangladesh, okay. So we just respect him. And how you feel that George Harrison, long time before, 45 years before, he just so popular in our country?
George Harrison is well known in the U.S. As kind of a pop singer, and so whenever a pop singer like Bono or another as well, like Sting, all of these international flavor artists take heed in something like the revolution that was going on here, we pay attention in the U.S. and we respect what he's done. He amplified the sound of the voices here in Bangladesh.
Thank you very much. We want to know about the Troy University. Previously it's named Troy State University, it's a U.S. government university. So can you give the brief idea about the university?
Yeah, I would love to give the brief idea. Thank you for having me, by the way. Troy University was once called Troy State University. It renamed itself for its accreditation to Troy, all caps, T-R-O-Y. And so what we've done is we've had a proud history of internationalization at our campus. We have 950 international students right now on the main campus, and there are about 7,500 domestics and international altogether. So this makes us a top 25 international university in the United States, which is huge for a university that lacks engineering and lacks a heavy emphasis on bio research or medical schools. I think the reason that students love Troy, they fall in love with its charming character. The people there are just warm and friendly. There's opportunity at Troy University, and the administration has done a great job making sure that Troy is known.
What is the popular subject right now you offer in your university?
The popular subjects, computer science obviously is huge for the international community to study. We also have international business. It's a ACRO accredited program, the highest accreditation you can get. So our students love that. We're also finding students in counseling psychology programs as well as international relations. So there's a lot of opportunities. We also have performance for undergraduates if they want to be dance majors or musical production engineers, or if they want to work in programs that have to do with teaching, which is actually what our foundation was. We were originally a teacher's college, if you didn't know that.
Undergraduate and postgraduate level, there is a expensive. How much the tuition fee?
I think that's probably the second thing that really draws international students to Troy, is the affordability. And when I say affordability, I mean the amount of scholarshiping for undergrads is tremendous, but the cost of living is quite low. We are not in New York or LA, and so you don't have to worry about that high price that you hear about in Hollywood. When I say low price, I mean about $24,000 US for 1 year of studies. And scholarshiping comes in and cuts that about halfway. We do give retention scholarships to students who perform well, just as education was meant to be. Another highlight of showing that Troy really is about keeping students who are interested and are serious about coming to the United States to change their lives forever.
Okay. So, what about the living expense?
The living, so the amount, sorry, good question. The amount I was referring to includes the living expense also, not just tuition. So that everything you're not thinking about right now, insurance, your food, the amount you need to spend on travel, buying a plane ticket, packing your bags, going out with friends, all of the college experiences that I'm sure many people at home are thinking about right now.
Okay. So, what is the next intake? When it is the next?
Right. So we actually do have a summer ESL intake for a student who is lacking English proficiency, or has a TOEFL IELTS that they would like to work on.
TOEFL IELTS is mandatory for admission?
Most universities in the U.S. would agree with me.
But particularly Troy
that.
University?
Yes, right. We can offer conditional offers for students lacking English proficiency. Our ESL program is very accessible, does a great job acclimating students to the U.S. culture, about how important it is to be on time and doing projects and working together, but also separately at the same time. And so our ESL is 8 weeks or 16 weeks, and the price is about half the cost of tuition. So, and you lose no benefits as a student in the ESL program. But our next academic intake, non-ESL, will be in August. And so the deadline actually is going to be April 1st for anyone who's considering joining Troy University. Please visit www.troy.edu/enroll with 2 L's.
Okay. So, those who are Bangladeshi students studying in Troy University, how they feel?
Well,
what type of facility you provide for them?
Oh, sure. So, Dhaka is a massive city, so I feel like Bangladeshis aren't always in the massive cities like Dhaka or Chittagong, right? We're in a rural campus area, a place that's more about doing your academics, and then there are places to go have fun on the weekend. For our Bangladeshi students, we have only a few on our campus now.
One student with us, I think, in the phone line.
There's
Hello?
a student on the phone.
Hello?
Oh.
Hello? জি বলুন।
হ্যালো, আসসালামু আলাইকুম।
ওয়ালাইকুম সালাম।
হ্যালো, my name is Maru.
Yes, please.
আমার higher secondary completed in 2005. But after I not completed honors my.
Oops.
ওকে, আপনি 2005 সালে ইন্টারমিডিয়েট পাস করেছেন, কিন্তু 2005 থেকে 2016 আসলে দীর্ঘ সময়। এই সময় সেখানে পড়াশোনা করতে পারবেন কিনা, বা যেতে হলে যে কোনো ইংলিশ ভাষাভাষী কান্ট্রিতে গেলে আইএলটিএস প্রয়োজন আছে। তবে এই বিষয়টা সরাসরি আপনি অফিসে যোগাযোগ করুন, আপনাকে অ্যাসেসমেন্ট করে হয়তো বলে দেওয়া যাবে আপনি পারবেন কিনা। ধন্যবাদ আপনাকে। Okay, about the Bangladeshi student.
So the couple of Bangladeshi students that are on our campus currently, what they are liking about the campus is the cultural sensitivity to the foods, for example, is one big thing. They also really enjoy meeting students from all over the world. So generally you'd have to travel the whole world, which is behind you depicted, to meet students from all over. But when you come to Troy, you meet Euros, you meet people from Eastern Europe, you meet people from Africa, Middle East, Pakistan, India, Vietnam, Malaysia, Japan. I could go on and on, but the whole world is at Troy. And so that's one thing that the Bangladeshis have told me. They feel really comfortable about that because they're not just thrown into a society that's predominantly someone who looks like me or someone who has values that are completely different from them. So they really like that. They really enjoy the community aspect first.
They need to stay in your dormitory, or they hire the house?
Every university is unique on that. For us, it's under the age of 19. If you're a brilliant student that wants to come to the United States before you turn 19, we ask that you stay on campus to get a full acculturation. But otherwise, most Bangladeshis stay off campus. In fact, all the ones I'm thinking about right now, they're all living off campus.
Those who are staying inside your campus, so they can do any work? on-campus job
Yeah,
facility you have?
even if they live off campus, they can still work on the campus. United States government allows us to work up to 19 and a half hours. So 19 and a half hours is not a way to pay tuition, as you can imagine. It is more of a way to earn a few extra dollars to have that extra trip, pay for some books maybe, but not a way to pay for tuition in the United States.
Okay. So if some student interested to go Troy University, US in the coming semester, what is the suggestion from your part?
You definitely need to get started and look at www.troy.edu/international. All of the documents that are required, your checklists, suggestions for looking at things in the government to give you a better idea, no matter where you are, if you're a novice or an expert. We have something for you there, including the application and all materials that they would need. So that's what I would implore any student or parent interested in sending themselves abroad. Please go to that website.
We know that you run television and radio on campus, television and on-campus radio. Absolutely, this one for the education purpose or to serve the student community?
Right. So before we got started, Bashar, you were asking me about that. We have a studio that's very similar to the one we're sitting in right now. And so very proud of that. Mr. Dean Johnson is in charge of that. And students usually get about 2 years worth of experience just being in classes and taking all different parts, whether they're in your role or my role or the guy who's making us look good behind the camera right now. And he's actually, Dean Johnson's a proponent of giving hands-on experience to the student because that's what's going to be required.
Is the part of the journalism and mass communication department?
Yes, it is part of that department, exactly. And it's called Trojan Vision. You can look them up on YouTube.
Okay. So, right now, intermediate level student, means 12 plus student are sitting in the exam in the next month beginning, and their result will be published on the end of July or beginning of August. They are eligible for the next September intake?
Yes. Well, again, we start in August, not September. But for those students, good luck to you guys, firstly. So many of you are sitting for the exam of a lifetime, but we expect to have those results at arrival. So the delay is not a problem. If you're worried about that, send your documents, apply, pay your fee, and let us get your name in the hat rather than waiting until a spring intake, which we have one for January. Most universities do as well.
Okay. So in this case, after ACC exam, they need to sitting in the IELTS exam, right?
Right, IELTS, and often scholarship is based on SAT examinations, or the SAT as it's commonly referred to. I actually am allowed to give scholarship without the SAT, which is really, really another reason students are attracted to Troy University.
Okay, if their SAT score is satisfactory, how much they get the scholarship?
For a SAT score of 1260 out of 1600, we're able to give you a 100% tuition waiver, which is unheard of. Because this is in the 80 percentile range. If you're a 1420 student out of 1600, I have a place for you to live, some money that give you meals, and some money for your tuition as well. So we're talking about a complete ride to come to the Troy University.
Okay. Some students get the scholarship for the free tuition, and some get the more money if their score is so high.
That's right. Okay. So study hard.
Definitely. And what about the visa process and admission process?
Oh, this is probably the most concerning thing for students, right? How do I know what's going on? So at Troy, we try to simplify it. We have the online portal, and it tells you if we've received any of your documents or which ones are still missing, and your status is there. You can always check on it. For the visa process, you want to receive admission and get a I-20. That's the letter you're looking for from us. Take that and prepare for your visa interview at the U.S. Embassy, which is not too far away from here. And that's when you need to have a plan for how to answer all of your questions. Why Troy University? What do you intend to do after you go to Troy University? All of these questions are extremely important as you're making a life-changing decision.
Thank you. So you want to say anything about for Bangladeshi students, or you want to invite Bangladeshi students to your university?
I would love to send a shout out to every Bangladeshi student out there right now. You're welcome to come to Troy University. And we encourage you to apply. Don't wait. Put your name in the hat, and then we will worry about the results which you are sitting for undergrad. If you're a postgrad student, please reach out to faculty at any campus, whether it's mine or another, because they want to know that you're there. They want to know your research interest, because that's how a career is started. I'm sure you remember the first time you thought about going into journalism or many of the other jobs that we've talked about together today. And so just start the conversation now. Don't wait another moment.
So, like, if they want to communicate with you regarding the admission and others facility, so how long you stay in Bangladesh and how can communicate with you?
I'm actually on a pretty short trip to Bangladesh. I'm going to go over to the American Center today to meet a lot of interested students at 3 p.m. And then I will not be back to Bangladesh till probably the fall. So if you're a 11 student and you are interested in going abroad, I'll probably be back in October and hopefully work with some of the local groups.
Okay. So for the undergraduate level admission, what is the minimum entry requirement?
For non-ESL would be a 5.5 band on IELTS or a 61 on TOEFL.
Okay. And academic result?
We are looking for students in every grading system is different. Every school can grade differently. What we generally
Currently,
say...
Bangladesh is the GPA system and a GPA 5.
I'm looking for 2.5 on American GPA system or internationally about a 70%. And we realize every school is different, guys. So we do the evaluation on campus for you. It's okay.
And particularly for the master's level program?
Master's level, we do accept the 3-year bachelor's programs as well as the 4-year. Again, similar percentages, GRE, GMAT, all of those, MAT, those exams do apply. It just depends on which program.
Any PhD program do you offer?
I offer a sports management one right now to our international students. We do have a nursing one, but it's mostly online, which you cannot study online if you intend to come to the United States. You need to be in class and spending your time in class with faculty members.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your time and good advice about your university. Thank you very much. প্রিয় শিক্ষার্থী বন্ধুগণ, এতক্ষণ আমরা আলোচনা শুনেছিলাম আমেরিকার ট্রয়েস ইউনিভার্সিটির ব্যাপারে, যেখানে অনেকগুলো বিষয়ে পড়াশোনার সুযোগ রয়েছে, জার্নালিজম, মাস কমিউনিকেশন সহ বিভিন্ন বিষয়ে পড়ার সুযোগ রয়েছে এবং প্র্যাকটিক্যাল করার সুযোগও সেখানে রয়েছে। এছাড়া আমাদের শিক্ষার্থীরা অগাস্ট মাস অথবা জানুয়ারি মাসের যে নতুন সেশন শুরু হচ্ছে সেগুলো তারা এখন থেকে চেষ্টা করলে যেতে পারবে। যাদের সেট অথবা জিমেট জিআরইতে ভালো স্কোর আছে তারা 100% পর্যন্ত স্কলারশিপ পেতে পারে, সেই সুযোগগুলো রয়েছে। অনলাইনে ট্রয় স্টেট ইউনিভার্সিটির ওয়েবসাইটে গিয়ে ডিটেলস ইনফরমেশন জানা যাবে অথবা অফিস থেকে, ট্রয় স্টেটের লোকাল অফিস থেকে সেখানেও জানা যাবে। আমরা আশা করি শিক্ষার্থীরা যারা বিদেশে যেতে চায় উচ্চশিক্ষার জন্য, বিশেষ করে আমেরিকান শিক্ষা যারা গ্রহণ করতেছে তাদের জন্য এটি সুবর্ণ সুযোগ হতে পারে এই ট্রয় ইউনিভার্সিটি। আমরা শেষ করতেছি আজকের এই অনুষ্ঠান। আগামী পর্বে নতুন কোনো বিষয় নিয়ে আপনাদের মুখোমুখি হব। শুভকামনা থাকলো যে যেখান থেকে এই অনুষ্ঠান দেখছেন তাদের প্রতি আবারও এই স্বাধীনতার মাসে অনেক অনেক শুভেচ্ছা জানিয়ে শেষ করছি। আল্লাহ হাফেজ।